All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, as I, Craft Chest, here, and you're going to hear this again because something I haven't done in a long time is just sit back and actually speak to the camera and tell it like it is as far as what's on my mind, what's on my heart, what I want to say. But once I went back and actually looked at the video, it is a little bit chunky. 15 minutes of rambling and 10 minutes of content. So I'm going to actually splice it down and put the best bits of this video in. So that's why you're going to see, going from one subject straight into the same subject about 20 minutes later. And that's it. That said, before I get on with the editing part of this video, I want to let everybody know that 2018 is not going to be just words that you hear in this video. I'm actually speaking from the deepest regions of my soul. And this is something that I may fail at going forward. I don't know. Who knows what life has in store, what the moons and the stars have as far as the alignments are concerned. Is it a good time, bad time? Who knows? But one thing that I refuse to do any longer in my life is say, I'm not going to do that because I don't think it's going to work. I'm not going to do that because I might fail. It's the I mights and ifs and buts and ands that hold us back so much in our lives. And as I mentioned in the video, the anxieties, the depressions, the doubts, that big ass dude called Mr. Resistance that hold us back in life. And I refuse to let that be a factor any longer. And with that said, it's going to be one hell of a ride. And as everybody knows out there, it's not an act. This is me. Woo! Craft Chest style for life. 10 years, baby. Woo! All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, as I, Craft Chest, here. Happy New Year's. It is New Year's Day, and here's the video that I know that all the true Craft Chest Nation members have been waiting on, because I do it every year. I don't know if I've missed a year. Have I missed a year? I probably did during the dark times. But right now, we are in the rebuilding phase of times in my life. I wanted to talk about not necessarily New Year's resolutions, as it is life changes. And chances that we may or may not take in our lives that could actually make a difference to our futures. Money not spent on prospects of advancement in life, investments, that may be a good idea. Think back, okay? Let's think back, all of us, think back about how silly those red boxes looked in front of the gas station when we saw it at Walmart, all right? But that person had a vision in their mind. Think back with the original Netflix. Remember the original Netflix where they mailed you the movie and you mailed it back at your own leisure. And now look at us in 2017 where Netflix pretty much is as big as Hollywood as far as making content, streaming content, making deals with cell phone companies to stream Netflix on their services. Those people had a vision, and those people were unlike you or I. It's just that they took that step forward in their life and said, no more. This is where I make a life change with me. But life changes for me have been such, not so much wanting to transition from an IRL job, which I'll probably never get away from. I will for a couple of months here. Because if you may or may not know that my real job, the store where I was at, I think I mentioned in the last video or something. I don't know if I did or not. The store that I was working at closed due to a failed lease agreement extension, and severance packages and all that good stuff ensued, and now I'm gainfully unemployed. And going forward in 2018, as of tomorrow, we're going to kick it into high gear as far as making the internet life a way of life. And that's one thing that I think on and reflect upon from way back in the day, because something else you may or may not know, that this past year in November, I think it was November 7th or 17th, I don't know exact day, I didn't do any type of anniversary or celebration or anything for it, but officially 10 years on YouTube, back whenever it was in its infancy, and back whenever content creators were at their worst, and me being one of the ones at the top of that list. But we have evolved as people since then as far as content creators. Look at this green screen and the fancy graphics that you see behind me here, brought to you by Guntoad, one of the original Craft Chess Nation members from way back in the original days of this particular channel and everything that I've done on the internet. That's one guy that I have to say, him among several, not just Guntoad, but him among several that have been there with, if nothing else, moral support. And I appreciate that, and I thank you for that. And going forward in the future, you know, I hope that more people will be like him, because I love having friends like that. Back on the topic of making life decisions, one of the things that I thought long and hard about, because I had a lot of time to think about either transferring to another location far away, and in some people's mind, if they're watching this video going, it wasn't that far, it was far enough. But coupled with the factors of the expense of transferring, I made a decision of something that I thought long and hard on, which is going forward in 2018. And we were kind of thrown back, because originally my last day was supposed to be January 13th. That got moved back to December the 8th. I think my official last day was December the 9th. So I've had a long time to prepare myself mentally. And yes, we did stream a lot in between the time I was off and all that, and the bowl games happened. But as I mentioned in the beginning of that month, I was going to take this week off for college bowl games, because I'm a huge college football fan. Getting myself prepared physically as far as the studio is concerned, aka the place I live, and preparing myself in other ways with backup equipment, which, you know, we've got the brand new computer here, and I have one more piece on the way that I decided against buying an Xbox or a PlayStation, and ended up getting a spare graphics card just in case. So I've done all the preparations I can, and the only other thing I can do is put the thoughts of the changes I want to do into action, which is being a full-time streamer, full-time content creator. But that's a chance that I decided to take now that we've taken that trip around the world, and I may fail miserably. And I may be crawling back to the retail sector and begging for a stockman's position at Dollar General. Who knows? But I would never know if I would make it or fail if I didn't take that chance. If I didn't have it in my heart and in my mind and backup from people like you out there in internet land. Because you're people just like I am. And that's, I think, one thing that so many content creators forget. Some don't. Some actually realize, like, there's one in particular that comes to mind who has always been a down-to-earth person, which is Boogie. He has always kept it real with everybody, I feel. I may not be 100% on that. But people like him are a dying breed, such as myself, where we tell it like it is, and there's no acting. There's really no editing involved. You don't see all that choppy nonsense on our videos, because we're speaking from what's already here and bringing it to you. And those are the chances that I'm willing to take because of that, rare talent anymore to make content and to entertain people. Am I the best? No, I'm not. By no means am I the best, because I'm not a shock jock. I don't make funnies every 5 minutes, although it happens a lot because of the comic relief from some of our guests. But those are the people that I've talked with, along with people that I know just from the internet, from other communities. And I've gotten the decision that I made to take this chance in 2018. Not only for that, but also too, something else that I may fail at, but I do have the equipment laying around here, because like Gun Toad said, I have like 150,000 computers just laying around, and I'm going to put them to use. And that's one of the other investments that I made this past year, was gathering a couple of pieces to have a crypto miner set up over here on this station and just let it run 24/7. Will I make money at it? I don't know. But I'm going to try it. And that'll be a little something sitting over here making money, making pennies, while I'm doing other things here. Plus, I'm going to be looking for, a little part-time job on the side, probably collect unemployment for a little while, etc., etc. So it's not like we don't have contingency plans on moving forward. On moving forward. The ultimate point being is that you have to start right here to make that difference in your life, to move forward, even if you don't succeed at what it is you want to take a chance at. And take the chance, because you never know. You might actually succeed with what is on your heart, what's on your mind, what people are telling you not to do. And you have to put aside the anxiety, the depression, the doubt. Those 3 things in that order hold people back so much to where they're just scared to take a chance, so they conform to the regular everyday life of the regular everyday average person. And I'm tired of being that person. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of it. And I want to be something more to me and to you and to the people in my lives, JP and Kitty and Fallon and all the other friends that I have out here in the world. I want to be more for all of the Craft Chest Nation members. But I can't do that unless I take the chance. And that's what I'm going to do. No matter what New Year's resolution that you make for yourself, or life change that you may have for yourself, I wish you the best. I wish you success. And let's make 2018 different. Let's not just speak about how 2018 is going to be the best year that we've ever had and how we're going to make a difference. Let's be the difference. It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun, and hopefully that ramble, that rant, that rave, this video will help you take that first step, making a difference.